Hello, my friends, and welcome back to our continued plan Let's Play Homestuck for the PC. My name is the FlightlessBird. This is your story-based gaming channel, and today we are on the march to page 2625, and I don't want to waste any time. I want to get right into it, so let's do this, my friends. I hope you're all having a wonderfully fantastic day today. Someone needs to grab the reins on timeline management here. These delinquents waste too much time. Can't seem to conduct their business with any efficiency at all. Payback scenarios notwithstanding, there's always time to be made for a good comeuppance. Skip to the end. Quit bossing me around. I'm not okay with it. I know what I'm doing. That's what I like to hear. As you were then. Aradia, skip to the end. Oh. 2 hours, 16 minutes, 2:16 hours from now. Aradia, future Aradia, opened a memo on Board Road to the Undoing. This private board will and has already served as a log of past events for future selves to record and guide future events for past selves to follow. I don't know which half of its role has been or will be more important. Possibly neither is critical, since deviation from the course is mostly impossible and reflection on its traversal is completely irrelevant. But I'm typing this anyway, because I'm bored again. The past apocalypse arisen 601 hours ago responded to memo. And here I was, thinking we were finished taking orders from voices. We've only swapped the imperatives of the dead with those of our future selves, who are also dead. Yes, it seems that way. Oh well, it was an enjoyable reprieve from fatalism while it lasted. I nearly managed to savor it. An error narrowly avoided then. I think we should refrain from dialogue in this memo, without resorting to bannings or absurd exchanges of self-reputation. Yeah, I agree. I just thought I'd interject that and go. Okay. I mean, I got a good point. They're taking orders themselves from the future. It's very confusing. Whoa. Irradiaception. Soulbot video log. Future Irradia. We will and have already amassed an army to confront the Black King. An army consisting of our alternate future selves. Each one rerouted from a doomed offshoot of the Alpha timeline. Each given another chance at a constructive influence over the ultimate outcome. By the way, if you didn't know already, a future self returning to the past from a doomed timeline will always be slated for imminent destruction herself. It's one of the rules. And the unfortunate reality is, this will and has already been a mass suicide mission. Or it would be, and already would have been, if we weren't already dead. Oh. What's going on here? Is that the king? Mobilizing ourselves in such numbers would be required to neutralize the king's psychic attacks. It would take our combined concentration to dampen the abilities he inherited from Glib, whatever that is. Without the cumulative effort of our doomed reserves, without the heightened mental and physical endurance of our robotic vessels, without the untimely demise we all shared before this began. Victory would not be possible. He would kill us with one dreadful sound. I don't know if it was just bad luck, or an extension of the curse Karkan insists he brought on us, that led to the incident in unfortuitous prototyping of Ferris's powerful Lucis, without which the battle would have posed little challenge, I think. It was more like another inevitability, a product of collusion between the desperate forces at play, a bargain struck between what Gaia knows already and what the gods demand up front. Together they orchestrate trials sufficient to ensure that in overcoming them we would be proven worthy of inheriting the ultimate reward. Ribbit. Whoops. And so it would be and has already been already. And that while distracted by the combined efforts of our doomed legion, the king would be aggressed by the others. And even though each would be well prepared, perched on the highest rungs of the edge ladders, equipped with the best weaponry Chris could build, first and the deadliest Vomity spoon dollars could buy. I have no idea what some of these words are. Oh, look at them go. Even though the meteors from the king's own reckoning would be turned against him. And even with one impossibly lucky roll of the dice at the final moment, we would only narrowly succeed. So they won? But ultimately, got all the trolls together. We would prove our worth. And the reward would be within our reach. But only momentarily. Before we would be able to claim it, we would be interrupted by something, which would be ushered into our session by a rift in paradox space. A rift which we would determine will be opened by 4 members of a fledgling species who will be playing in another session of the same game that we will and have already played. That must be the Earthlings. Whoa. Their rift will lead to the great undoing, without necessarily causing it, not directly. Such rifts are themselves supposedly benign, useful even. They are a catalog phenomenon with the game itself, with a provided means of creating them, and a wide range of scenarios for which it might be prudent to do so. The Incisifair 10 cows have a more formal term for them. They typically refer to such a rift as... Whoa. Whoa. A scratch. Oh. The direct effect of a scratch are limited to the session invoking it. We would not experience or observe those effects from our session, but we would experience the consequences in the form of that which prevented us from claiming our reward. Bio's hand would be forced by the scratch to emerge from hiding. But there would be no adequate way to prepare, even with all the foresight at our disposal, for a foe more powerful than the king that we will have already defeated, for a demon who is indestructible, omnipotent, and enraged. Is this the Lord Demon King? Whoa! While the rest of the party would abscond, our duplicates would buy us time. They would all be killed again. All except for me. This is just as well, I suppose. What would we even do with all those copies anyway? We would return to the site of our hatching, so to speak, where we would hide, amidst the veil depleted by the reckoning, and wait, drifting in the whole wide orbit of our soon-to-be null session. Wow. Look all like the colors. CAA. Banished from the universe we left behind. Whoa. So cool looking. And yet in being denied the ultimate reward, we would be barred from entry. into the universe that we created. Oh, it's all the zodiac signs, isn't it? End of Act 5, Act 1. So we have the start of Act 5, Act 2, which I'm going to go ahead and play here, and then we'll end it after this. Let's do it. Aww. I feel that recapped a lot of what John did. So we got a sneak peek into what Act 5, Act 2 is going to be about. I wish I had gone 10 more minutes in the last video. I could have put this in there. Instead, this video is going to be really short. I'm sorry that it's so short and y'all want to see more Homestuck, but don't worry, we will be back here soon. Our next stopping point is going to be 3,741. So what we did was we did about 600 pages in this last block. On our next block, we're doing over 1,000. And then we had 3,741 to 4,097 to 4,419, 4,819. So 4,000, there's about 400 pages each. 5,443, 5,926, 6,241, 6,852, 7,408, and lastly, 7,938. After that, we press on to the end. So yeah, that's basically what the future of Homestuck looks like. We will be playing this more in the future, do not worry. I do not plan on being gone from this game for very long. But for now, I want to say thank you for everything, my dear friends. I do so much appreciate you all. You guys are the #1 YouTube community in all of YouTube, and I can't thank you enough. I do want to thank our wonderful, amazing Patreon supporters of the channel, Azuzos, Tappers, QT, and Techno Trouble for supporting the channel. If you'd like to support me in that way, link is in the description below. But for now, until next time, I hope you have a wonderful, fantastic, amazing, awesome day. So long, and take care. Thank you for watching this video. Feel free to comment on what you saw and what you'd like to see next. I always love to hear your thoughts. But before we go, please remember that you matter, and you are brilliant, and you are loved, and you should always be true to yourself. Never let the world tell you any different. Much love to you from your friendly, feathered, flightless bird.